Micheal Olise, the new blueprint for the modern right winger. Micheal Olise is not just another young talent. He is redefining what it means to play as a right winger in modern football. At Bayern Munich, a club that has seen legends dominate the flanks, Arjen Robben, Frank Ribéry, Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, Olise has arrived with a different blueprint. A combination of elegance, intelligence, unpredictability, and ruthless efficiency. Today, we dive into the story of how a quiet, introverted French-English-Nigerian star has become one of the most complete, world-class right wingers on the planet. Micheal Olise's story was never loud. There were no viral youth clips, no overhyped wonderkid labels, no big media noise. Just pure talent growing in the shadows. Born in London, raised between cultures, inspired by street ball, futsal, and the tactical English academy system, Olise grew up studying football like a chess player, always searching for the next move before the ball even arrives. At Reading and Crystal Palace, scouts noticed something rare. They didn't just see a winger, they saw a creator. A playmaker trapped inside a wide player's body. He wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest, but he had something far more dangerous. A brain that solves football problems faster than defenders can react. When Bayern Munich came calling, many fans asked, why Olise? Why not a traditional winger with explosive pace? But Bayern wasn't looking for another pure sprinter. They were looking for a creator, someone who could control rhythm from the flanks, someone who could bring the same intelligence Bayern once lost with the departure of key playmakers. Thomas Tuchel saw it immediately. Olise isn't just a winger. He's a hybrid between Riyad Mahrez, Mahrez Ødegaard, Bernardo Silva, and prime Robben all fused into one. And the Bundesliga, with its speed and openness, was the perfect environment for a player who slices open defenses with passes nobody else sees. What Olise is doing at Bayern Munich is redefining the modern right-wing role. Traditionally, wingers stayed wide, stretched defenders, and relied on pace. Not Olise. He drifts inside, becoming a second number 10. This movement destroys defensive structure because full backs are unsure whether to follow him or stay put. His positioning forces defenders to make impossible decisions, and once they hesitate, he pounces. His dribbling style is unique, not based on raw speed but on rhythm, deception, and timing. He slows down the game, lulls defenders into comfort, then suddenly accelerates at the exact second a defender blinks. It's jazz football, creative, smooth, improvisational, and impossible to predict. His passing is where he becomes truly dangerous. Most wingers look for sideways passes or crosses. Olise looks for solutions. He plays reverse through balls, disguised passes between the lines, first-time lofted balls over high defenses, diagonal switches, and blindside assists that force defenders to turn their heads in confusion. Bayern's right side becomes the start of many of their deadliest attacks because the ball is at Olise's feet. Add his world-class dead ball ability, free kicks, corners, set pieces, and Bayern suddenly has a specialist they've missed since the early days of Joshua Kimmich. But beyond skill, there's something even rarer. Olise controls tempo. He bends the rhythm of the game to his will. Like Modric, like Ødegaard, he dictates when to slow the game and when to unleash chaos. But he's doing this from a wing position, something almost unheard of. Defensively, he's far more involved than critics claim. His pressing is intelligent. He cuts passing lanes, anticipates movements, and sets traps for midfielders trying to escape Bayern's pressure. He may not be the most physical, but he's one of the most tactically smart young attackers in Europe. All of this is why so many coaches, scouts, and analysts already consider him world-class. And he's still only entering his prime years. His consistency stands out. He creates danger every single match. His tactical flexibility is elite. He can play as a right winger, central attacking midfielder, false winger, or inverted playmaker. His mentality in big games is calm, almost too calm, as if pressure fuels his creativity rather than blocks it. And most importantly, he has an unmarkable profile. He's too technical for full backs, too quick for midfielders, and too intelligent for both. Defending against Olise feels like solving a puzzle that keeps changing shape. What makes his rise even more fascinating is that he represents a new evolution of the right-wing position. The game is moving away from traditional sprinters and towards wide playmakers, players who dictate, create, and control rather than simply outrun defenders. With Olise, Bayern Munich isn't just developing a new star. They're evolving their entire system around him. He is the future of the right flank. A player who brings intelligence over pace, elegance over explosiveness, and decision-making over power. And maybe, just maybe, football is witnessing the rise of the next iconic right winger, one who doesn't just play the position, but transforms it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Micheal Olise's unique rise and tactical brilliance, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment below, is Micheal Olise already world-class? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.